name is Joon Hyung Park, and I was a student in the NCUK program, now in cohort in South Korea. And currently, I just have finished my first year in Bristol University, studying economics and politics. And the biggest reason I chose UK is the UK's universities can provide great opportunities of education in terms of cost and time compared to the US. Well, most of UK's universities have lower tuition fees than US, and also most of them are 3 years undergraduate course. And in addition, the UK's universities are brilliant and have academically reputable universities in the world. So I chose UK for studying undergraduate course. I was born and grown up in Korea, so that I was really accustomed to the Korean educational system. Well, in Korea, finding the answer is always matter in Korea, especially in multiple choices. But actually, in the UK's education system and NCUK program, wants to write down the short and long answers in English, like kind of essays. So it is really helpful to explain the answers with explanations and real examples. So it is much better to understand what is the discipline of economics. NCUK program is totally different from Korean education system. So at the beginning of this program, I was really tough and difficult to find the way how can I study, and at that moment my self-esteem and self-awareness was really low. But through the NCUK program, I found who I am and what I want to study. So the NCUK program brought me a great kind of gift to me and in my life. Actually, they provide such a great memories and great stuff and materials to me. Actually, beginning of commencing of the program. Actually, I do not know and didn't know what is actually the UK's educational system. So the IEN staff held kind of a brief session. What is UK's education system and how to apply for the UK university. So they are quite good. In NCUK program, there are two parts, like my studies and EAP classes. Actually, I think the beneficial points in the NCUK program is EAP class. It is about the classes for English academic purpose. That I learned a lot of writing and speaking skills that makes me successfully integrate and immerse into the UK's educational system. So it is really helpful. The first reason is that the affluent, peaceful, and academic atmosphere in Bristol attracts me to be the student in the Bristol University. Well, the city of Bristol is #1 place to live in the UK, and the Bristol University is the 3rd top targeted university by top employers in the UK. So for these reasons, I chose the Bristol University for my undergraduate course. The professors and tutors are really kind, and the process of education system is really conducive to me. As in tutorial, for example, I have learned and do some mathematical problem and solution set, and it is really helpful to understand the basic principle of economics. As I am an international student in Bristol University, the experiences to meet many friends and people who come from different countries and who have a variety of cultural background has widened my perspectives to see the world. So, and luckily I was elected as a new president of Korean society in Bristol University. So I have to hold great cultural events or parties to hang out, not only British people but also international students. So as a youth president, I realize and know that Bristol University offers a great financial support and providing like spaces to hold the events in the student union. The reason why I chose economics and politics is I'm really interested about the inseparable relation between economics and politics. So based on this interest, when I applied to the UK and the university, I realized that I'm really interested in the global trend and the consultings that in like economics and management. So I'm really inspired to work in the consulting group. With commencing of the first term in first year, there was a job fair, career fair in Bristol University. So as I already mentioned, I was really interested in the consulting group and the consulting like, management. So I went to the career fair and met some people who came from the consulting companies such as Deloitte or PwC, and I talked about the Spring Insight program that is for first year in the UK students. So it is really fruitful to me. When I initially started the program in the UK, I'm quite nervous and I'm quite shy to meet new friends and who from different countries. But actually, many international students are really interested in Korean culture. So luckily, I was talk about our cultures and like dramas and music. So through the experiences, and so far it is really good. As I already mentioned, I was born and grown up in the Korea, and I experienced kind of failure in the Korea. But through the NCUK program, I had confidence and I know who I am and what I want to study. So I strongly recommend the NCUK program who want to or try to be the student in the NCUK program. And students who will plan to go to the UK to study. For them, I really want to say that keep hard like studying English, like especially academically. So like it is most important thing to explain and transfer my opinions to others in English is much hard one. So to prepare the English part.